Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Mrs. Mason from the Highland Virtual Academy, and we're going to do a second level IDL lesson. It's science, and we're going to be looking at owl. Okay, so I've called this lesson An Owl Came Down the Chimney, and I think you'll find out why. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to go through the slideshow with me and find out what happened to poor Hedwig and the chimney incident. Okay, so let's have a look first of all at the 5 main types of owls that we get in Britain. So the first one is a barn owl, and if you press the link, you'll hear its noise. You'll hear the sound a barn owl will make. This one's a little owl, and again, press the link and listen to the sound of its call. This one's a tawny owl. Press the link. This one's a long-eared owl. Press the link again to listen to the sound of its call. And finally, a short-eared owl, and this one's got a little bit of film with it as well. So press the link and find out what it sounds like. Okay, so where do owls live? Well, they like to live in wildlands. They love countryside, hedges, forestry. They love broken trees, tree hollows. They feel very safe and protected in there. And they like abandoned farm buildings where there's lots of comfort and warmth for them. What do they eat? Over the 5 main species of owl in Britain, they eat some or all of the following things: mice, voles, small amphibians, and even small birds. So here comes the story of Hedwig and the chimney. So this poor owl came down the chimney. It's so covered in soot you can't actually see what kind it is. Poor owl, but it's actually a tawny owl. So I don't know if it's a he or a she, excuse me, but you can see it got trapped in the room and it's tried to escape, and it's hit the wall and redecorated the walls and the carpet and the furniture. Excuse me, I think it's the soot. So what happened to the owl? Well, the owl was taken to the SSPCA in Clackmannan, where they looked after it. Its feathers were completely covered in soot, and it had inhaled a lot of the soot too. Owl's eyes are massively important, but its eyes were covered in soot as well, so it had to be nursed back to health. It was then brought back to the place where it went down the chimney, and it was released back into the wild, looking a lot better. Why do you think it was important for it to come back to the place where it had its accident in the first place? Why do you think it was important for it to come back to where it was found? Okay, so what can we do to protect owls? Well, because of us, owl numbers in the UK are going down. We clear their natural habitat and we use chemicals in the soil which are poisonous for owls. So what can we do to make it better? Well, we can create and conserve wildlands to encourage little mice and voles so that the owls have plenty of food. Owls quite often starve to death because they don't have food, because we've affected the land where the little critters would live. You could make a nest box, but you have to research that really well. Different owls like different shapes of boxes, even the entrance to the box. So even the direction that the box faces in is important. Do lots of research if you're going to build a box. And never move an owl if you find it on the ground. Its mum is bound to be close by, and it'll be watching the little one on the ground. Owls might even climb back up the tree to get back to where they want to be. And importantly, put a cowl, which is the name of the guard that you put on a chimney. Put one on the chimney pot to stop there being another accident like poor Hedwig. And this link will take you to a fantastic ebook about saving Britain's owls and more things that we can do to help. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to answer the questions I'm about to ask. So get a piece of paper and a pencil, or if you have your Chromebook, ready to type. Now, the first link is going to give you the answer to all these questions. So the main problem with poor Hedwig was that his feathers were covered in soot. So your task is going to be to answer these questions about feathers. So here's question number 1. What are feathers made of? What are they made of? Question 2. What do birds do each year to allow them to handle the weather and wear and tear? What do birds do each year to allow them to handle the weather and wear and tear? Can you name, for question 3, the 2 parts that make up a feather? Question 4 is, how do birds keep their feathers tidy? Question 5, what makes up some feather colours? What is it in a feather that makes up the colours? Question 6, how do birds keep their feathers clean? Question 7, what do you call the oil gland at the back of a bird's back? Here's question 8. What do you call the big stiff feathers on a bird's tail and on its wings? The big stiff feathers have got a different name. What are the names of the 3 types of feather? Is question 9. And finally, question 10. What do you call the smaller feathers that are on a bird's body? What do you call them? All the answers for those questions are in the top link. The next link will give you some more information about owls in general. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned some facts about owls. There's a really funny video clip coming up now. So, ever wondered why people talk about winking owls? Watch this clip and you'll find out. There is an owl having a hairdo, really, swimming, really, being pals with a dog, and even dancing. Okay, enjoy the link. So, I hope to see you back here next time for the next lesson.